Welcome you all to my channel. Yeah. So today is Sunday, the 3rd of May, 2026. And hopefully, it being the 3rd of the month, it's an absolutely beautiful day out there. It is, it's going up to 17, I think. So, yeah. But we'll see what the rest of the day brings. So, this is my regular Sunday live. So, I will say right now that next week, the live, which is Mother's Day, Jonah's acting up. It will be on Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. The following week, it's on a Saturday. Okay. Yeah. So, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Jonah, what is your problem? What? He's just spring feelings. What? He's just racing around like he's crazy. I know what he's thinking. He wants to be outside. But nope, can't go outside. Nope. Okay. So, yeah, so what am I working on today? Well. I am working here on Jesus the Good Shepherd. I'm working on all this orange here. I'm hoping to get that done today. Hello, hello, hello. It's nice when you're all here and that, even like say hello. Who's on? Yeah, just so I know who's here. Christina, maybe. Exy, maybe. Hi, Lynette. Yeah, Ruthie and Jonah. Jonah's acting up. He's over here by the window. He's acting up. He would love it if he could get outside there. Yeah, he would love it. But nope, nope. So, yeah, so I'm going to be stitching on this here today. And it's going to be a nice day today. And yeah, I went to the service this morning, but I had to race home because my IBS was acting up. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully it's just kind of right now. So, but it was sure nice to be able to drive over myself. It would have been a lovely day to go for a walk, but see, yes, it is. It is. It's supposed to get to 17, possibly 18 degrees today. But then tomorrow, let me see here. I will show you. Oh, this is going to be backwards. This is going to be backwards. But yeah, so um yeah. 3 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, 4 on Wednesday. High Exy, possible snow, and then 8 degrees on Thursday. Yeah, not very good. So, Lynette, what are you stitching on? Exie, what are you stitching on? What have you got today? Mm. Oh, yeah. So, but otherwise, not much. Not much else is going on. Mm. So, yeah, just quiet. I'm almost finished my book. I have another 45 minutes to go and then I'm done. Then I will have that one finished, which is good. It took me 2 days, I think, to listen to that one. So, been working in the garden, just picking up wings of the dove after days off. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. So, I got a question for you. What's your next project? What is the one after this that you're going to work on? Do you know? Does anybody else do that where you're working on one project and you've got a lot to go? Like I've got a lot to go here on Jesus, the Good Shepherd. But I'm already thinking, what can I do next? What one can I do next? So have to wait and see. Yeah. What are you doing, Jonah? Come on. Are you going to settle down? Come on. You going to get up here, mister? Come on. Come on. Oh, okay. Yes. There he is. I have a question. The fabric is cut badly, and my margin on the right is only 1.5 inch. Will that be enough, or should I restart? To start Honey Fairy by October House. Ooh, that one sounds good. Start something summary next. Okay. Um, you can do that. It's okay. Um, but I would sew an extra piece down that so that gives you so you can frame it. Yeah, Jonah boy. He's right. There he is, that Jonah boy. Hey, Jonah. Yeah. Tell everybody what a pain in the rear end you are. Oh, no, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. And Ruthie, she's over there. He was already after her several times today, and Jonah is so yeah, I just wish he wasn't so crazy, but he is. So, yeah, so it is. I love all cats. Fabric at the bottom. I probably will drop down and restart the top border. Okay. Yeah, just whatever it is that you feel comfortable doing. But I did that. I had a couple of pieces where it was just, there was barely, and sewed a piece on there, and it just, it was okay. Was it Lynette who said you were working on, yes, on Honey Fairy? What is that one? What is that one? Sounds interesting. I don't think I've ever done. It is bright marine blue. Well, if you have enough of that fabric color, like you've got extra at the bottom or something, like enough extra, then cut it off the bottom and just sew it on to the top. It depends on how far you've gone, right? If you've already done half of it, well, I that's what I would do. I wouldn't restart it. But if you've only just started, it's a small with bees and a beehive. Ooh, pretty. Pretty. Yeah, the season for bees is coming up. Not here yet. Not here yet. So, but we keep hoping and praying that the weather is going to change. Yeah, terrible how our weather has been. It is just 300 or so. I think I want to restart. Well, then restart. If that's what's calling you to do, then restart it. Yeah. If I had done a lot and then realized at the end that, ooh, it was just barely going to fit, I would sew a piece on there. And that's been done. So, because chances are that's all going to be under a mat board if you have a mat board. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not sure what it is that I'm going to work on after this one, if I get it done. I've just been really kind of into working on it. Mm, I'm not. If you're just new here, thank you so very much for joining me today. If you're just a lurker or a looker, you have not yet subscribed. Hi, Christina. Please subscribe because I would love to have you as a subscriber. The more the merrier. Yes, yes, yes. Jonah boy. Jonah boy. Oh, oh yes, my blanket. Just a minute here. I got to put it over my feet. My feet are a little bit cold. It's like when you're outside in the sunshine. It's very nice out there. So I didn't do much of anything yesterday. I just wasn't. I was feeling off yesterday. I don't know why, but I was just feeling off. Like I just didn't want to do anything. So, yeah, Exie is forever going on trips. Oh my gosh. No. I go uptown and I want to be home. That's, yeah, yeah. I just, I'm not one, I'm not one for, I spend so much time on the road that there's no way. I want to convert a painting into a cross stitch pen. Cannot find a good pattern of it. Christ in the house of his parents. Did you look on Etsy? Did you put it in the search engines? Like, do you want to take a picture and convert it over? Is that what you want to do? Or is it that you're looking in September and October, small trips? No. I don't know how you can just, I don't know how you can do that. Always gone. No. No, 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 no. I did that for too many years. I've always been a homebody. Always. I just, but when I drove truck there, I never liked to leave the house, but once we were underway, it was okay. But still, it was very, I guess it's that separation anxiety. So, yeah. So, about noon, I will put forth the question, and then you can, maybe you'd like to answer it. If not, that's fine. Christina, are you still working on South American Angel? That is turning out beautifully. I I decided I'd had enough of Persian eyes for right now, and I wanted to work on something different. I'm not sure if I'll get it all done, but at least I'm working on it. Hmm. Oh gosh, yes, with work hours, I'm not stitching much. Oh yeah, yeah, because you're working full-time hours right now. No, thank you. It's one thing I'm happy about that I'm so happy I'm retired. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Juliet and I, we were talking about that, about how, where is it? This one? You know, that, and she worked 32 years at the same job. She only had one job in her life, and that was at working at the credit union. And she was just like, nope, she would never go back. No, she's had two jobs. I remember she did work after she worked at the doctor's clinic. Sometimes I start at 6 a.m. and close at 9:30. Oh my gosh. But then that's more than 8 hours. That's more than 8 hours. Or is it 8 hours? No, it's more. That's 12, 15 hours. 16 hours? I hope they pay you overtime. Oh my gosh. But you know what? When I used to drive truck, I worked a lot of hours there. No, it's either an opening shift or a close. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. It's either you open up at 6 or you close at 9:30. but not all in the same day. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. I gotcha. Hello, my girlie. Is that Mama's girlie? Ruthie, my girlie. Ruthie is such a good girlie. So, oh, please remember that next Sunday, okay, well, actually, Saturday is going to be my 5th-year flossiversary. And so on Sunday, next Sunday, which is Mother's Day, I am going to be doing the draw for the 5 um, gift-aways that I've got. 3 are cross-stitch, like 2 are printed, 1 is counted, and then I have 2 PDFs. So those are mine. And then there's the ones from Christina, and she is going to do that, and she'll let me know. So she will, she'll look after that. So, yeah. So mine are, let me see here. Oh, no. Okay. Wait a minute. This is one. This is the counted. Okay, that's for Joan Elliott. There is that one, Winter Gnome. These are for Canada only. Okay. And then there is this, and this is a Mary Engelbreit. So if you are in Canada and would like to be entered into that, you need to be a subscriber to my channel, become a member of the Facebook group, and then can your post be boosted to the top? Yeah, I don't know how to do that. It used to be that you used to be able to go down there and put boost, and it would bump it up. I don't know how to do that anymore. So very good. Yeah, I would say that too. So, and the 5 that Christina's got, they're for the US only. So, and then that makes that fair for everybody. Oh, yeah. Because then everybody's got a chance to win. Doesn't matter where you are. And the PDFs are for elsewhere around the world, if you're outside of Canada and the US. So, and just a minute here. Let me see here if I've got, I should have the pictures of them here. Okay, let me see here. Right there. Okay, let's see here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish that they would kind of go up higher. They would get, oh, yeah, I see the one here. That is one from Christina. Okay. And this is the one from me. I see people have given me a thumbs up, but nobody outside of Juliet has said me, please. And then, let me see here. And of course, this one. And there's been, I think, 4 people on that. And, oh, did you guys get, Robin? I'm thinking of you, Robin, with this one. That I came across this and I thought, wow, this looks nice. So I've always wanted to be in Australia and that. So I've always wanted to go to Ayers Rock or Uluru. Uluru, Uluru. Okay, let me see here. Oh my gosh. Okay, no, I don't want that. Two. Okay, these are the 2 that are the PDFs. These are the ones for outside of Canada and the US. Okay, I know that's pale on there, but anyway, here. So there's that one. And then there is that one, both of which I like. So, and yeah, so if you're interested, you have until next Sunday when I do my video. And I'll be doing the draw then. And yeah, it'll be good. So, oh gosh. Oh no. Here. Yeah, so if you're interested, and if you live in, like, you can enter the 5, but you can only win once into Christina's. You can enter into the 3 I have for Canada, but you can only win once. And it's the same with the PDFs. You can enter into both, but you can only win once. So yeah. So yeah, it's hard to believe that next Saturday I'll have been doing this for 5 years. 5 years. I don't know how the time can go by so fast. It's just unreal. And I mean, if you think it, how fast this year has gone already. Ruthie, Ruthie. And then around my birthday, probably, I'll do another one. Another gift away, I think. Yeah, I think. Unless I wait until Christmas. I don't know yet. I'll see. Please don't use any of those trigger words. Um, and like I said, you must be a subscriber and you must be a member of the Facebook group. And to become a member of the Facebook group, you have to answer the questions. Absolutely. So, yeah. You guys got any questions for me? Anything at all? I watched Steph there from Just Keep Stitching Co. I watched her this morning. She's got some lovely new patterns in. And I just have not been, I just don't watch a lot of television. I know that changes from time to time, but I've been listening to my audiobooks, so I don't know how many audiobooks I finished this year. 25 or something already. I put my reviews on Goodreads and that. So, hmm. So otherwise it's quiet in here. Not much else. Oh, Ruthie must have gone and laid down again. So if you're wondering what I am stitching on, this is what I'm stitching on. Jesus the Good Shepherd. And this is where I'm at. I'm working on all this orange. You can see right there. There, you can see all the orange. That's what I'm working on today. And I am using, what is it, 414, I think. Yeah, 414. So it's a smaller one and it's not full coverage because you don't stitch all this, like all this white. But yeah, I figured it was the good Lord wanted me to do it. You can tell everyone that they can go to the featured tab on the page to see and comment on it. Oh, okay. Into the featured tab. See, I don't know how to do that. Okay. Yeah, let me see. Let me go and look here. Okay, right here. Oh, yes, featured. Okay. Bravo. That is good. That is good. See, that's what needs to be done. Are you able to, Christina, take mine and put it in that section too. And well, Tina, oh no, that was Tina 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Um, yes, please enter. Please enter these giveaways. I mean, if nobody wins them, they will go back into the vault and will be brought out again at a later date. So I know a lot of you focus on one and you go, yeah, I want that one. And you may win it or you may not. So have a second, third, fourth, fifth choice. Yeah. Same with the ones for mine. To just, enter into them, and then you'll just, yeah, because the Mary Engelbright one, it's only Juliet that's entered that. So unless somebody else puts their name in for it, she'll be the winner. And nobody's said anything about, if you want to be entered into them all, please put all on there. Okay. If you just want to be entered into certain ones, then put me, please, and which ones. Because if you really don't care for them, but you never know. You could have a friend who is you're teaching how to stitch, and that would be a perfect gift. So I've been knocking it around in my head. I don't know yet. I have to talk to some people that I want to do not a retreat. No, that's not the word. I want to do a stitching session where people come and want to learn how to stitch. And I will be offering uh, that for $10, they will get the stitching session, a couple of hours, um, and uh, a kit of their choice. And then if I have to drive like up to Ashland or Lunda or something like that, that it covers my gas money. So I am kind of knocking that around. I've done that before. I've done that before. There was one lady, because I couldn't do French knots. I tried and tried and tried. And then she showed me how to do beadwork. And she charged $40 for a session that she could have taught in 5 minutes. But I would like to do it like, um, for 2 hours. And you come there and I teach you to stitch. The The kit is yours, and there'll be 11 count because I got a lot of those. And yeah, and teach some people that want to learn how to stitch, but do a maximum class of 6, could possibly go 8. So thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm no good at that. I am no good at that. I don't even know how to do it. Like, do you go to the featured section and then put it in, like physically put it in there? I'll have to see. But that's a good idea. So, so yes, go over to the featured section, and there you will find um, the pictures. So, and that should make it a lot easier for everybody to find. I'm just going to take a boo. Take a boo, take a boo, take a boo. Take a boo. Let me see. Yes, very good. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had wanted to do something like that, but I wasn't quite sure. I wonder if in the featured section too. No, hit the 3 little dots at the top of the post and it gives you a drop down menu. Oh, okay. Now, see, I'm not, once I've done it a few times, then yeah. So, since Mother's Day is next Sunday, um, how many people do you think will be here? How many will stop in, or are you, is your family taking you out or something? I'm just, if Jeffrey is planning on coming, I hope he comes on the Saturday, that he lets me know. So, yeah. Because I'm going to be here regardless. No, I have not heard anything back yet about that. Oh, that's good, Exie. Thank you. That I don't know what I was going to say. I don't know what I was going to say. Yeah, I if Jeffrey doesn't come, then I have no one here. So yeah, but we'll see if he comes next Sunday. Or yeah, next Sunday. So I'm going to put forth this question. Okay. And you can answer here and perhaps give me a question for next week. Somebody think of something. Um, so the question for today is how how long do you put in to your craft or hobby each day? Roughly. Like I can put hours in. I can put usually maybe 6 hours a day is what I do. Sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on what's happening, right? Gosh, hair, hair, hair. Now I know some people they work some days and or they're busy or they're whatever. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know because you're working a lot. And then sometimes it's short change. Like you close at night and then you open first thing in the morning. I've done that. I've done that where I've worked a double shift, come home for 8 hours, hopefully to sleep, and then I turn around and go back for another shift. And when I drove truck, it was just hit and miss. But I did. Hello, Gigi. Well, it's nice to have you here, Gigi. Missed you the last little while. I usually stitch 5 or 6 hours a day. Sometimes that is broken up due to errands. Yeah, yeah, and I understand that. Like, I'm not saying in one sitting. What I it is how roughly throughout the day. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you didn't get me any magnets because I got a lot from Arkansas. Did you drive or fly? So, so that's where you've been. How long were you gone for? And of course, there is Jonah boy. There he is. Ruthie's somewhere else. Yeah. So, yes, I know. I like Arkansas too. There was just something about it. I just loved it. I just loved it. It's a beautiful state. I was almost going to say province. It's a beautiful state. There's just something about it. The trees, the lakes, the beautiful countryside, everything. Yeah. Yeah, we went through there, I don't know, about 4 times, I think. Yes, yes, yes. So, Gigi, if you go into the features section, you will see the 5 kits that Christina has as part of my fifth anniversary, floss anniversary, whatever. Gone for almost 2 weeks. Stayed at a real nice Verbo on a lake near our friend's house. Saw some beautiful falls, lakes, countryside. I knew you already had Arkansas magnets. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It was Helen, I think. She sent them all to me. She hasn't been on in quite a while. I hope she's okay. Mm. 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 Yeah. So, what are you stitching on there, Gigi? And somebody think of a question for next week. But I don't want you to answer here. I want you to wait until next Sunday for that question. But I would like some question. I saw them on Facebook, but I have so many. You can enter. Just enter into them. There's always room for one more, right? That's what I used to always say with my dachshunds. There's always room for one more. Oh, oh. So, not very many of you have answered the question for this week. And that is how much time do you spend with your craft or your hobby or stitching, quilting? You asked about favorite fabrics count type. Yes, I have. I have. I didn't stitch the whole time I was gone, even though I brought my winter robin. I'm still monogamously stitching on it since I got back, almost done. Oh, very good. Very good. Very, very good. I am, you probably already know this since you've watched. I'm working on Jesus the Good Shepherd. And this is where I'm at. This one kind of landed in my lap almost. So I thought, okay, I'm supposed to do it. Yeah, I don't know. How, I don't know about this, but I'll think about this one. What is it about cross stitching that draws you to it? My favorite is 28 count even weave, although I stitch on the called for linen and counts of the patterns generally. Oh, yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, I just stitch, I prefer, I'll go between 14 and 16 count. I have not worked, on here my tower in quite a while, and I'd like to get back to it. However, I have to wait on. Okay, so I got it. Since Exie says that's a good question. Let me see here. I got to mark down because I'm going to. Oh gosh, there is my pen. Oh goodness, I got a pen in here. Yeah. Okay. Um. Now a piece of paper. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah. Oh, well, that's no good. Another one in here. Oh gosh. Oh, oh my gosh. Okay, so that's all I got is a marking pen. What draws you to cross stitch? Like, like what is it? Is it the idea of creating something? Is it the idea that it's meditative? Is it, don't tell me here. Is it that it's relaxing? Is it that it keeps your fingers busy? Which I would say, yeah. That you've always enjoyed, say, sewing, and this is just the next step, or what? Gosh. So yeah, so that's the question for next Sunday. What drew you to work on cross stitch? And think back years ago to when you first started and what keeps you going in that. Yeah. Because if you don't like it, then why would you be doing it, right? So, now my IBS has been acting up today. So, if I have to go, I gotta go. Okay. So, um, but I don't know. It's just that I got cramps. So, yeah. Tomorrow and the next day and the next day is all going to be cold. I don't know when this weather is going to smarten up. Like it's just ridiculous on how this weather has been this year. And for us, that's all anybody talks about wherever you go. We did have a where someone took someone else out over there on the Lake Man Reserve, and apparently it was his stepbrother who did it, but it hasn't. They don't know yet. They haven't released names. Nothing. So it's just that what's been going around. That's and it doesn't happen that often around here. One time is too many. Yeah. So not much else. But I am thinking of doing a few classes. And I want to make it affordable so that people can do that. And then I would take a whole bunch of kits to work on the Jesus projects instead of the Joan Elliott. I'm working on it. I cannot work on Time Traveler. I've got to wait until I get a frame set up. I want to see if I can, I'm going to ask somebody to see if they can do it, if they can get it and put it together for me. I'm going to see because I need it here. I don't, I, yeah, I don't really want to stitch it in hand. Like these ones here, I don't mind. But when you're working on linen or something like that, no. So, yeah. No, I still want to work on it. Time traveler. I still do. I do. It's just that I'd had enough with Persian eyes for now. I was just had enough. And then I thought, well, and then this one practically fell into my lap. So I thought, well, I'll work on this. But I think once I get tired of this one, I may drag out Time Traveler. All right. I already have some the threads here, so I've already got that. No, I have not given up on that. No, no, no. And I do want to finish Canadian Beauty. I know I want to do that. But I went wrong and I have to wait and look at it again. I did put in, I don't know, about 500 stitches or something to it. But yeah, right now I can't handle to do a counted one. I just want to do a print one for a little bit because it's I don't have to think about it. I can just sit here and stitch it. And that, and goodness gracious, I have lots of them. So, yeah. So, who's got plans for Mother's Day? Anything yet? Anything at all? Just remember that next Sunday I will be doing my the for the five that I've got. I'll be doing the draws for them, and Christina, she will do that, and we're going to kind of go back and forth, and she'll tell me who it was that she pulled. Yeah. So I think that's really nice. Yeah, I just can't believe 5 years. I just can't believe that. Like, it's just unbelievable. It's just it's gone by so fast. Oh gosh. I already took my puffer this morning and my flow vent, and I can only take it twice a day. Yeah. I do have my Ventolin that I could take in between. I think the reason why I have trouble is because of the dust from the litter box. I think that's what's causing all of this. So, because there is a lot of dust in here. Yeah. I have to kind of cover up the litter box a little bit because there's a hole in the top. And so when they start scratching and everything else, it comes out there more. So if I can get that at least covered. Yeah. I wish it was that I could have the flap there on the front, but Ruthie won't go in there. She just, nope, got to be open for her. Yeah. Oh, did I do that wrong again? Nope. No. Where did I have it? Right there. Yes, it is Exy. I took it to church this morning. And last week, what day was it? Thursday? Wednesday or Thursday? Wednesday. I drove it up to Ashram, and it was nice. It was nice. So nice to get out and have that freedom. I don't drive a lot. So, yeah. I thought of questions. I will email them to you. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, because it's always nice. I mean, not many of you answered how much time that you spent on average every day. Like, do you like when you sit down, do you want to put in like an hour, or do you like to put in shorter time, or do you like to do several hours, that you want to have it that you can do several hours basically in a row, or you do a couple of hours, leave, go run some errands or whatever, come back and put in another couple of hours? And that's easier to do when you're retired. I usually start in the morning. And of course, I stitch when I do my videos, but when I do, it can be for 4+ hours a day. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. I know some people can't do that. They prefer shorter stints. They like to do maybe a half an hour or something. So, but I know when I sit down, I want to put in a day's worth. I don't know how many hours, but I know I'm not stitching as much as I used to stitch. I used to stitch like 10, 12 hours a day. And of course, when I used to work nights um, at the um, long term care facility, I could stitch then too. Yeah. It all depends. Like, I couldn't tell you exactly how many hours a day. I would say probably a good average is 6 for me. So sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. Yep. So please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment if you can comment. And please wait until with this live video because it works differently on a live than it does when I'm doing just a video. And it is backwards. I know that. I don't know why it does that. I don't know how to do that, to change that. I don't know. It used to never do that, but it does. Anyway, um, yeah, if you can't, okay. So after this video is finished, this live, then I have to wait until it uploads. And then I can go in and change it from private to public. Okay. So that you can respond if you want to. It won't let me do it right from the get go and put it as public. It just won't. I don't know why, but it does. It does. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so share out my channel. Absolutely share it out. I love it. I love it. I do believe that I got an extra got an extra subscriber, I think. Today, I think. Yep, 984. So if you're just new here, thank you. And you'll find that after a while, when you come for these live videos, you'll recognize people, like their names and their personalities and all of that. And that's always nice. And we know the ones that are here on a regular basis. And we feel the absence of ones that are like Gigi. She was gone for a couple of weeks, so we missed her. And of course, when Exie goes on vacation, which she's always doing, she barely gets back and she's planning another one. Yeah. I know I do want to start Time Traveler, though. I do. I do want to start that. It's just that um, I'd rather have it that I have my frame. So, so do you guys think that $10 for cross stitch lesson, including a kit and my gas, do you think that's okay? I'm just wondering. Because with the price of gas and everything, right? Like, I'd like to maybe do one here. So that means I'm not going very far. But if I go up to Ashern or down to Lundar, it's a little bit further. Yeah. And I think maybe 8 people would be enough for one session. I used to teach cross stitch. Yeah, used to teach it. And like people think it's just so difficult, it's so hard, it's um, oh, I can't do that. But once they find out that you can do these printed ones, that really kind of that opens their eyes to a whole new world, basically. So, yeah. So it's looking awfully cloudy out there again. But yeah, it was so nice to get into Susie and go and just drive. It took me about 5 minutes to get comfortable. And once I was comfortable in driving, then it was good. I was a little bit more cautious, but I, yeah, I was still quite pleased with it. So I think this, uh, I certainly would pay that much. Even $20 would be a great deal to me. Ah, okay. Alrighty. It's just that I don't want to make it so expensive that people won't come. But not cheap either, because the kits are usually around $10. Just the kits. Never mind my time and driving and yeah. And I think I am a good teacher for this. I think so. I think so. I try to have, but you are providing a kit. Yes, I am. I'll take a whole bunch of the 11 count kits. Like I'll take, I don't know, 15 of them and put them there, and they can choose what kit that they want. And then, and because I know everybody's taste is different, right? So you do it at the library there first. That's what I was planning on doing. I want to talk to Kathy and Linda and see what they say, if I can do it there. It can't be on a Tuesday. And I was thinking of only, if I was going to do it, it'd only be once a month. And to do it then. And yeah. And they have room there at the library, because they do other kind of things there. I mean, I could do it maybe at New Horizons too. But I don't know. I got to think about it. I got to talk to Linda and Sandra and Kathy and see what they say. And then I would have to talk to, oh my goodness, what's her name? Lori down in Lundar at the library there. And then I was thinking I could do it at the community where I went to get all those tops and that there, because they do things there. And then that would get the people from up that away. So but I think what I would do is I think starting with a kit and an 11 count kit. Yeah, here there's New Horizons. Up there, I don't know if they have New Horizons. They might, or Seniors Resources or something. So, and I would do it. I would start maybe at 10 in the morning. We could have lunch, and then like bring your own lunch, and and then go until maybe one or two or something. I don't know. I've been knocking it around, because I've taught a lot of times. I've taught privately, and so. But I know a lot of people I think, would like to learn it. They would like to try it, but because there's nobody to teach it, they don't. And they think it's way too difficult. So I'm knocking it around. I don't know. I don't think it'd be right away. I think I might do it for maybe September. Do it there. And yeah, and just see. So I just been knocking it around. And yeah, it would be better if I could get a good crowd, like, I don't know, maybe I can go as high as 10. And then, and they would get a kit of their choice. So that's already there. You've got everything there, right? So, so yeah, I just think it would be nice. It would get me out for a day. I think I would do it during the week though. Because I think it is that a lot of people, once they see it being done, like they have it in their head with counted cross stitch, right? I had one lady and I had taught her, and I brought in just, like a small piece of fabric and just to learn how to do counted. And she had the kind of the nerve to tell me, she says, I don't want to work on one of these ones. I want to work on one of the big ones. I said, you don't want to try. You don't want to try a big one until you get it, how to do it. Because a lot of people, they go straight for the big one. And then they go, oh, I didn't realize there'd be so much work. And then they get bored or they get frustrated. And there it goes. But I'm thinking here um, with a printed one that it would be, it's the easiest way to do it. Yeah, I know. But apparently, um, Juliet worked with a doctor here, and she too. She didn't go for the little one. She had to go for a great big one. And Juliet said, you don't want that right now. What if you get into it and you spend all the money on it and all the thread and everything else, and then find out you don't like it, or that you get bored with it halfway through, or whatever. You know the old saying, your eyes are bigger than your stomach? Yeah, that. I know a lot of people, they go, it's either go big or go home. So, Yep. But I'm thinking, might as well do something like that. Mm, mm. Yeah, I would be interested in doing that. I don't know. I was just knocking it around. I thought, because how can the younger generation learn how to do this if there's nobody there to teach them? Mm. So, mm, mm. Oh my gosh. And like I said, I've taught people privately. I teach you on here too on how to do things. So it's, yeah, I think it'd be a great idea. I think I would like that. Uncomplicated Teresa Wensler, but have no desire to stitch long dog samplers. My oh, your 88 ADD would go haywire. Yeah. And it's funny that you did Teresa Wensler, but long dog and TWs are a lot more complicated. And then I think um I would do that, and then if there was an interest later on, stitchers even use several colors of their. I know. I prefer using not really monochromatic, but variegated. I find it easy. You just go to it. Yeah. But it's whatever you like, right? But I know people, they look at it and they see, say, one of my pictures here. I want to do that. Never touch, put needle and thread together. Never worked on a pattern before, but they got to work on that one. And I say, no. Well, this lady was really the one that she said she wanted to work on a big one. And I said, no. I said, you should, well, I want to work on a big one and I'm going to work on a big one. I said, well, you know what? If you want to go for it, go for it. I'm not working on any big ones here in the group. Mm-mm. So, yeah, but some people, you start off small. And once you've got the hang of it, I don't care, you can make all kinds of boo boos in a small one, okay? One that may use only 3 colors or something. Just to get used to how to use the needle, how to get your tension, um, how the stitches lay. Work on a small one, get that one done. Then maybe work on another small one. And you work your way up. I mean, how long did it take for you guys to go from, first of all, did you learn how to do the counted first or you went to printed? I learned counted, of course. My mother was teaching me how to do embroidery, and that was something I just did not. No, 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 no. She did beautiful embroidery. I never took to embroidery. Never did. I look at it and go, oh, that looks nice, but not my thing. Not my thing. I don't know what it is. It's just like you got to learn all these different stitches. I know that, like with chatelaines, there are, specialty stitches and that kind of thing. But yeah, there was no printed cross stitch. You know what? When I learned, there was. There was. And you had them, you could do them as quilt blocks, that kind of thing. But there was, you know, like, and then those became very hard to find. And then it was that if you wanted to stitch, you did the counting. Yep. So, but I think it'd be a lot better if they start off with a printed one. A lot of people, I think, would probably stay at that. My very first piece counted was 22 by 19. It was called Stag at Eve, a big deer, back in the 70s. There's one section where I reversed the top. But not process. Yeah, no. You used to get these, you used to be able to buy these patterns. And remember how you always trying to get me to try something different? I'm always telling you I'm not ready yet. I want more experience first. See, I'm slowly learning more and branching out. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. But the thing is, it's always good to, yes, you did. You did do a TW. Um, but the thing is, if people don't push you, you stay in your comfort zone here, right? So you want to try and get out of your comfort zone. Yeah, it's just, I remember the first time doing linen, even weave, whatever. I thought, oh, this is going to be so hard. I can't do. That's why I did the Castle and the Dragon, that TW design on an Ada. You want difficult? That was difficult. My fingers were so sore from pushing the needle through. But, you know, once you learn, and yes, you make mistakes, but that's all part of it, right? That's why you start out slow. Because people who just go, they want to do the beadwork and they want to do all the chronic and they want to do all the specialty stitches and everything else. And they think that they can just go like this. I say start small first. If you start out small and get that feeling of finishing something, you know, I'm so guilty. If I see a pattern I love, then after I get it, I find out there's the specialty stitches or tons of confetti. Yeah, yeah. I'm with you on that there, Gigi. Yeah. Just remember, to gain that confidence, you got to work at it, right? So if you work on a small one, you can make 100 boo boos and you can start it over again 10 times. But each time you start it over, you're learning something, you're gaining your skill. But if you start on a big one and you make a boo boo, you know, then you just look at it and go, oh, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. And it just ends up in a corner, right? Well, that's self defeating. That's why, like, I like to teach you and go over it again and again and again. Like with lacing, right? I know with Juliet, I told Juliet, it's so easy. It is so easy. You just have to get it so that you get your board. I mean, I remember starting when I was doing lacing and I had to cut foam board and I had to measure it all out. That was a nightmare. And then cut it. Whoa. Now with these painters, whatever boards or whatever they're called, artist boards, it's so much easier because that's already one part of the guesswork is done for you. But I know she's anxious about it. I said, I'll show you. It's just like when when a woman once smirked to me that if one can count to 10, one can cross stitch. I just laughed. Yeah, see that 1 to 10 can become, was that 4? Was that 7? How many do I need again? Yeah. Like I know a lot of people, they thought, oh, these little ones, like, why do you want to do that? You know, it's practice. It is just getting used to how to hold the needle, how to count on the fabric, how to get into a rhythm, you know, to know how it is that you feel. Do you find that you can stitch in hand or would you prefer stitching in a frame? There's all of that. So because everybody learns differently. It's Is there anybody here who's a left-handed stitcher? Anybody? Are any of you where, because I had one lady, oh, she was interested, but she had a stroke. So she cannot use her right hand. She can only use her left. And she said, yeah, but you can't do it with one hand. And I said, yes, you can. You can just, the hard part will be, unless you know, figure out a method to do it. Oh, Exie's a lefty. Okay. And when you lay down your stitches, which way do you go first? Which arm do you lay down first? I lay them down this way and this way because I'm right-handed. Because that, and people can't, they can't understand. Well, I don't understand this. You're doing it this way. Hold a mirror up. And then you can see it, how I'm doing it with the mirror. I've done that before. There's always ways and means. And if you have someone who has had a stroke or something, that's where a frame comes in handy. And if you have it bottom left to top right, I must start from the left side. Yes, I do anyways. That's what I do. Yeah, that's what I do. But I'm wondering if there is a way, or my brain freaks out. Yeah. I'm wondering if there is a way to get it that to be able to thread a needle, you could probably use one of these things and put your needle threader through and pull it, and then you would be able to get it. And then just have it set up so that you can work on it for quite a while. And then if you need help for someone to move it, move the stitching frame or whatever, that someone else can do that. If there's a will, there's a way. I remember I saw I don't know, she was Filipino or she was Asian of some kind, whatever. And she had no hands. She had no hands at all. But she got into it on how to do it with no hands. Just like here from the wrist or whatever it was. And she could stitch. And she did beautiful. So if there is a will, there's a way, right? You've just got to change it to fit what you need. Yeah. So it's, I mean, if you look at some people, they have the shakes so bad, and yet they can still stitch, right? If it is that you want to do it, you can do it. Yeah. And she's been, she had her stroke 20 years ago. So that means she's quite comfortable using only one hand. And she can have it, she lifted up her hand like this, and she can pull on her sleeve here a little bit. So she's got movement up here. So she could probably have it that she could hold, that she could hold this and like hold it down and then do it. Or have it that you put a magnet on the bottom and you sit it down on top of another magnet so that it's steady and then do it. There's always ways to do it. G Stitcher shakes and she's a Joan Elliott Stitcher. Yeah. Yeah. Remember Rana? Uh, she had the shakes real bad. And yet she stitched. She worked on, she was she would rescue dolls. She would, and fix up dolls. She would do, you know, everything. You look at Llama Mama Kayla. Um, she only has part of a thumb on this hand. She's coloring, she's doing all kinds of other things. If you really want to do it, that you can do it. You've just got to change things around. You could even get a small vise, just a small one, like a kind of like a toy one, and have it and close it up and put your needle in there and then thread it. So I say, where there's a will, there's a way. If you want to do something bad enough, you will do it. Absolutely. Your your only limitation is your imagination. So, yeah. It's it would take a little bit of getting used to, right? Because you've got to kind of change your how you look at things. Like I would find it if I had a stroke and it was left, no, if it was right-sided. I'm right-handed. I would find that very difficult. But I could do it. That's why I want to get a stitching frame so that I can just go like that. Yeah. And I mean, like, I try to, you know, like that you guys kind of spread your horizons a little bit and do things, like push the boundaries back a little bit, right? It's always good. It's always exciting when you can take yourself out of your comfort zone and do something. Is it scary? Of course it is. It is just cross stitch, for goodness sakes. it's not like you're going out there and learning how to put decals on cars and you get it all wrong and then it's on there permanently, right? Or you don't paint right, or you, whatever the case may be, right? You can always take it out, or you can always start over. And just like Exie there, who measured wrong, um, she's going to start over, So, yes, it's everything is learning. And when we learn, when we bring in new skills, that keeps our mind active, right? I ain't afraid of no cross stitch goats. I thought that's where you were going. I ain't afraid of no cross. Yeah. My thing is that when I get to the end of my life and it's like I've got hundreds. Yeah, who are you going to call? Um, and I've got so many that I don't have finished, you know? Like that is just, that scares me, cross stitch busters. No, you're supposed to say me. Yeah. Mm-mm. But we must design a pattern. Oh, oh, yes, you are the busters. Yeah. Yeah, that would make a good cross stitch. That'd be amazing. But how would we do it? Some ghosts there stitching and coming in like um, the hearse. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Oh, that one didn't chew that all. Oh dear. Mm. So next Sunday there is a live, and it will be from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. The weekend after that, the live will be on this Saturday, whatever day that is, 17th, I think. I think. Because Father Paul's coming on this Sunday. Yeah, and the months just fly by. I did see today when I went over there to the church, I did see some pussy willows starting. Oh, get So that's good. And out here, I can see the maple trees and the oak trees. the leaves are coming out more. Like we are so far behind. We're about a good 3 weeks behind. And this is all that you hear people talking about is the weather. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Who knows? Maybe this week I'll start Time Traveler. Maybe I'll break down and start. Maybe I will do that. It'd be kind of nice to start it. I do like my fabric though. It's like a gray. No, it was tea dyed. Coffee dyed. Coffee dyed. Yeah. So, has anybody been brave enough to dye fabric with urine? I'd like somebody to try that. Just to try it. Absolutely. Just to try it. See, we get it as an ick factor, right? Years ago, it wasn't an ick factor, it was life. Yeah. It's just on all on what you're what you grow up with, right? Not that desperate. Well, you might be if you want kind of yellow fabric, but I'd rather go for the coffee dye or tea dye or dandelions. I have plans to try it sometime as an experiment. I'd like to mix coffee and tea. Yeah, you can, yeah, whatever. I don't know if you should put them in together, but I would maybe dye it in a coffee bath, let it dry, and then go back and dye it with a tea dye. But it depends. Name. Thank you, Christina. Yeah. Yeah, but like you have to think about it. What did they use? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. I've seen them do that. And they at times they will actually put it in their toaster oven or their oven so that it bakes in. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think I've ever done that. It's to set it, right? But I don't even know if it's, do I have it here? Oh, no, not that one. No, no, not that one. I don't know. No, I don't have it here. I thought I did. I like getting the mottled look because that gives movement, you know. And I have done where I've done it. I would dye it in blue and then I would go and do a green after, and I would dunk it in the green. And what you do is between them, I've never done ice dyeing, nor will I have no interest in ice dyeing. Um, but you want to let it dry out um, in between dyeing. I scrunched it up, then soaked it. It came out nicely mottled. Yes, yeah, that's what I did. I just don't know where my jar is that I used. I had a jar. Yeah. Yeah, you really kind of scrunch it up. It's like the almost the way that they used to do the old tie dye, which is coming back, by the way. Yeah. You know, if it wasn't for that breeze out there, it'd be a nice day. Yeah. Has anybody watched anything? Um, I don't know. Has there been anything on? Um, has there been a trial that is starting up, or isn't the Charlie trial starting soon, or is that still just in discovery or whatever? Yes, it brought back memories of the tie dyeing days. Yeah, yeah. Kids have no idea how it is. They just look at it, but they don't realize, how you could do it yourself. Back in the 60s, the decade of love. Yep. Oh, the other day I saw this ad for glasses. They're starting to bring back the octagonal ones. I had those. I had those. Look like a stop sign. I don't get the draw though to the big chunky glasses. I don't get that. Maybe because I had glasses like that and my mother did, you know, back in the 80s and 70s, 80s, and they were chunky. But they're bringing them out like I mean they're huge. I would find that too heavy on my face, on my nose, on my ears, everything. What are you doing, my boy? What are you doing, mine boy? Hi, Jonah boy. What you doing, mine Jonah boy? This is my Miss Jonah boy. Jonah boy. He's looking at me. Dem the toe beans. Dem the toe beans. Yes, you got the toe beans. Yeah. I guess everything goes in a circle, right? But what's that song by the? Was it by the Yardbirds or the Birds? Turn, turn, turn. Can't remember. I'm going on. I can't remember. So, so please wait for this video to be uploaded and to that I can get it on public because you can't respond to it until it is. I don't know. I don't know. They keep changing things, doing things. Yeah. Oh, did anybody hear? I don't know if this was, you know, fake or whatever. But somebody had posted that there's a new division to McDonald's and it's called McFunerals. And they've turned some of their McDonald's into funeral parlors or whatever. And you can buy, you can buy gas, cas, caskets, not gaskets, and urns and whatever else. I don't know if that's really true or that was just, I don't know. Nowadays, it's so hard to tell what is fake news and what is real news. Usually, if I spot AI, like, they will have, oh gosh, they will have, it's okay. Yeah. I thought maybe. Yeah. But I would see these things with trucks, accidents with big trucks and or buildings falling down or holes, coming like sinkholes and that. Most of them are fake. Great majority of them are fake. It's getting very hard. But a lot of times you can tell. All you have to do is look at it and you'll see something happening that doesn't add up right. Like you'll see say a car hit a big truck and the car will bounce off and there's no damage to the car, right? Or whatever it is. Or they showed one time where um, a truck was weaving all over the road and it hit a guardrail and like it was going to fall off and then it got back up and no. Fake, fake, fake. Like you just have to look at it. Or sometimes they have them where people are on a bicycle or whatever, and they run through a yeah, that's right, Gigi, absolutely. Um, it they'll run through a door or a fence or something like that, you know, or you're watching it and a person has six fingers, you know, or they've got an extra hand coming out or something. I dread the day. I dread the day when AI, that you cannot tell, that you cannot tell the difference. That it is so realistic that you think. They were talking about here, they're bringing in a new AI data center to the west side of Winnipeg. The amount of water that they use, the amount of electricity, hydro, that they use is unbelievable because they have to keep these buildings and the computer equipment cool in there. That they use as much hydro in one of these buildings as, I don't know if they said it was like a city or like here a province would use. And there's another one that's going further south in Manitoba, Ildashane. And so that's another one. So there would be two of them. Why do they need data centers? AI data centers. Why? Why? I don't get it. I know that they're saying, has anybody seen these AI price tags that apparently like Walmart or I don't know, maybe Target in the US or whatever it is, Home Sense, whatever. And that they will, it'll automatically change the price. So if they know that you're interested in it, that they will put it the price higher or something. I think that is deception. That's real deception. Like I don't understand that. I know what they're doing. They're trying to do that so that they have AI doing the work of what people did. You don't know what is real anymore. Okay, Exy, I got your questions. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I'm tired of it, right? You just don't know what to believe anymore. I know here in Manitoba, the premier, he is trying to do it that there will be no phones, like cell phones or tablets used in schools, and going back to paper and pencil. And teaching kids how to read clock numbers, right? To do simple math, because So many times I've seen where kids get into college and they haven't got a clue. They don't know how to write a sentence. They don't know sentence structure. They don't know how to tell time. These, the younger generation are airheads. They're absolute airheads. They want the work done for them. You know, like it's incredible. And they think that the old way is from the dinosaur age. And that it's obsolete, you know. But they don't even know how to. You ask them, what is 1/10 of 100? Your prime minister instead of who we have down here. Yeah, I don't like him though. The prime minister, no, no, he's a scumbag. He's an absolute scumbag. He is. He all he cares about is himself and his party, and I can tell you, I never voted liberal. Will never vote liberal. No. Our premier is good. Wap Canoe. He's good. But no. Carney, Carnival Carney, no. No. I think a lot of us here would rather have your president than, yeah. Because Carney says one thing and then goes back on it and does something else. He'll ask the people, what do you think? What do you think? And he'll just do what he wants, anyways. So, enough politics. So, and I wish the country would stop giving money away to all these other countries. And here we have homeless, we have people that are hungry, we have, you know, just, you know, people that are, our healthcare system needs a big overhaul. Because they're giving millions upon millions of dollars away to Ukraine, to Sudan. They were doing. They were giving, I don't know what it was, $200 million. Like, you can't look after someone else if you yourself are not, that you can't even look after yourself. Like, they take this tax money. It's not their money, it's our money. And spending it just for brownie points and buying their way into office. No, 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 no. Anyways, on that note, our 2.5 hours are done. Absolutely. So, I, this is where I'm at right now. Oops, wait a minute. Let me do it like this. Okay, right there. So I'm just working on this orange here. I don't know if I'll get it done today, but it would be nice if I got all that gray done and then I could work on a different color. So, anyways, thank you all very much for being here, for taking the time out of your busy Sundays and coming to spend some time with me, for all your questions, your comments, your funny ideas. I love it. So we will see you on tomorrow's regular video and then next Sunday. And please enter the giveaways. You go into the features section. Bye, Christine. I'll talk to you in a few minutes. Bye, Exie. Bye, everyone. All right, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Toodaloodles, everybody.